interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
It's Wednesday! It's 6 p.m! It's the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Very good.
Had to change my mic cable before the show. It was
Oh my gosh, that was
There's
awful.
a ringing in my ears. It was weird because, like, as soon as we put I had to turn my headphones down. It was loud.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. That's not normal for. ThinkSoJoE Show episode 211. We're on Facebook Live and YouTube and all WNY, and I hit the record button this week too. So that way, there is no fucking way that I'm not gonna have this show ready to upload at 8 o'clock. Because that was a pain in the ass last week.
You didn't get it done until, what, 10?
It was after 10, I think.
After 10?
Yeah, well, because I'm
Wow.
sitting here and I'm trying to get... So, like, the only way I could do it was to basically get a YouTube to MP3 converter website and just kind of, download the audio. But you have to wait for YouTube to fully process the video before you can do that. And you have to find one that lets you download more than an hour of audio.
Oh.
So by time all of that happened, it was like, okay, it's 10 o'clock, time to finally get this show uploaded. Justin Davis says we're looking good.
Hi, Justin. Oh, man, it's been a long time.
Now I wish I would have wore the Axed and Smashed shirt. We got Axe and Smash over there. They're watching over us. You can't see them on camera. They're on the shelf.
Which ones are they?
They're the right and
They're
left.
Smash.
Yeah.
That?
The one in the middle is Crush.
Who's Crush?
Crush was the third guy in Demolition.
There were 3.
There were 3. There were 3 before. There were 3 members of the Legion of Doom. So another thing the Legion of Doom copied from Demolition. So if you guys are wrestling fans, Demolition was a much better tag team than the Legion of Doom. Fight me. If you're also wrestling fans, condolences. Shad Gaspard washed up on shore today, unfortunately, and as somebody who's been on the fringe of the wrestling industry for a long time now, you hear a lot of negative stuff about a lot of guys, and Shad Gaspard was not one of them. And it's, a couple of years ago, he stopped an armed robbery at a gas station.
Wow.
By himself. Like, he's like, yo, if anybody's getting shot, it's going to be me, and I'm not getting shot in the back, so give me the fucking gun.
Huh.
And, like, literally took the gun from this dude, took him down. The gun was empty.
Oh.
Fortunately, so
Yeah.
it didn't escalate from there. And then, of course, his last act was telling the lifeguards to save his son instead of him.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable. Like, I don't like to really jump right into wrestling and talk about wrestling for a while, but that was hard for me this morning, because we've been, it was a couple of days ago that he had vanished. He got swallowed up by a riptide. They were in the ocean in California.
The day the beaches opened, right?
The day the beaches opened. And so, just that story of, save my son. Don't worry about me, save my son. Like, man, just like, if you didn't think this guy was a good person before because he, stopped this armed robbery and he always, you never heard a bad word about, that's got to solidify it.
Yeah.
And it's terrible because now this kid's got to grow up without a dad. And
do you know how old this kid is?
He's a little bit. He's not like, he's not. I don't think he's a teenager yet, but I don't think he's like a little kid either.
Yeah.
So I don't know how old he is, but
Yeah.
just
That's too bad.
Yeah, terrible. So I didn't want to start with that either, but just kind of.
But you did.
Just kind of. No, I didn't, because it kind of just happened because we got on the Axed and Smashed is in the chat here, and I pointed out the wrestling figures over on the shelf. But anyway, so fuck FedEx. Like, I don't know how the fuck, like, nobody's shut this fucking shithole of a shipping company down. because they are the worst. I've never not had a problem with them. I'll tell you what, the only time I haven't had problems with them is when they're delivering cat litter.
This is true. And you would think that if there was anything to have a problem with, it'd be like, fuck this 35 pounds of cat litter times 2.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, like, so what typically happens with FedEx is they just leave shit on my porch. Plain sight. Don't try and push it off to the side or anything. Just leave it right in plain sight. No matter what it is. $600 guitar? Okay, cool. We're just going to leave it right here.
Yeah.
You know, and then they never come when they say they're going to. They're either super early or super late. Today is one of the days they're super late, and I'm telling you right now, they're going to come while we're interviewing Nick.
Yeah.
Because that's when I'll get the notification and it'll ring through because we're doing the interview on my phone.
Right. This is
that is exactly when FedEx will come.
That's Murphy's Law, right?
Yeah, well, that's all. That's how FedEx operates. I think they're just watching the fucking show. Like, all right, as soon as he dials, you just put that on the porch and you scan the thing and you know what? It's not even. They're not even gonna drop it off. They're just gonna be like, you scan the thing, saying that you made the delivery, but then drive around the block a couple of times.
Yeah.
That just seems like a FedEx thing. But seriously, like $600 fucking guitar, let's just shove it on the porch in plain sight with the fucking logos all over it and everything.
Yeah.
Two things of cat litter. Okay, we better put them inside the front door.
Every time.
What the fuck?
I mean, I'm grateful that they do because it's pain in the ass to bring the cat litter in.
Yeah.
But it's also not a big deal if the cat litter is outside at all.
Oh, we got a YouTube chat going on too. It wasn't showing it. It was only showing us the Facebook.
Oh.
Okay.
Jazzy.
Anyways. Yeah, Laura's ridiculous. Anyway.
What else?
Shogun, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck those are in my basement. Those figures that she keeps asking. I still have them. They're in my basement.
There's a lot of shit in the basement.
There's a lot. My Macho Man Randy Savage figures. He died 9 years ago today, by the way. Are in
really?
In my also in my basement, and I'm upset about it. Anyway.
Well.
Anyway.
Go get them.
But I got nowhere to put them. That's the problem.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We always do.
I mean, you know, I have a nice place to put my turntable that should have been here by 10:30 this morning. FedEx.
I know. You know, he actually only slept for like 3 hours because he was like, I'm going to be awake when this is dropped off and I'm going to, you know, get going on my new record player.
So I did not set an alarm. I did not.
I woke you up.
Okay, so you knew I was like going to get up and be like, all right, waiting for my record player today. Because FedEx says estimated delivery time between 8:50 a.m. and 10:35 a.m.
Those are oddly specific times
Aren't
to
they?
not show up.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, Jasmine, I have seen Madison. She dropped by last week for a little bit.
I think it was last week.
She dropped by. We've texted a few times just to kind of, you know, see what, you know, just because I'll see something, I'll be like, hey, look at this, you know.
Cat pictures and stuff.
Cat pictures, or I texted her with a time hop that was like, Madison comes storming out of her room holding a DVD and hands it to me. I believe this is yours. And I look at the DVD and it's Aladdin.
How old was this Madison?
What was it, like 7 or 8 years? I think she was like 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah,
okay.
I think she was 8. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I was up this morning and then I kind of sat outside on the porch till like 1 o'clock. And I'm like, shit, I have stuff to do because I left myself stuff to do today.
Mm-hmm.
Like intentional. I'm like, I'm going to get up and do this stuff. And then I got the thing saying, oh, we'll be there between 8:30 or 8:50 and 10:35. And so at 10:50, the status still said that it was in somewhere in Ohio. And I'm just like, guys, are you going to update your status at all? Because you're 6 hours away 13 hours ago.
Yeah.
And, you know, where are you now?
Yeah.
And so finally at 1 o'clock, I'm just like, all right, fuck, I got shit to do. So I came in here and I did some of the stuff I had to do. And I'm still clicking and I'm still clicking. So I finally went to bed and I'm like, all right, set an alarm for 4 because I got more shit I got to do because I got to set up for the podcast. And yeah, by the time, and I'm still sitting here waiting, and I swear they're going to call as soon as we get Nick on the phone.
Yeah.
You're going to hear ding, and I'll be like, motherfuckers.
Yep.
I've been sitting here, Karina's making fun of me because I'm refreshing the page.
He is. Like, it's decided that FedEx is not doing their job. Why don't you just close the window and save yourself some headache?
Because the longer I hit refresh, the more pissed off I can get, and the more I can fire at them on Twitter with more clever things than FedEx, you suck ass, or whatever the fuck was the last tweet I made. But yeah, I hate FedEx. They are fucking terrible.
Why isn't the multi-stream doing multi-stream?
I don't know why the multi-stream's not doing multi-stream. Are we gonna jam tonight? That's
we don't jam.
No, is that a reference to the fact that it says the game we're playing is NBA Jam?
Oh,
I should clarify. This is a music podcast. We're not playing video games. It just forces us to pick a video game before we go live. You know what? Speaking of live streams,
yeah,
we've been doing this. This is our 3rd week on Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and over the past 3 weeks, over the past couple of weeks, we've played bands such as STEM.
Mm-hmm.
STEM is going to be my primary example here. Okay, so we've played STEM on this show. So this past week, a guy I'm friends with on Facebook says, "Hey, you know what, man? I'm gonna, I want to do a live stream and I want to watch all you guys' music videos. So send me your music video links." So I sent him the link for Bomb the Intel Industry, which came out a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Right. And so he says, "All right, cool, man. I'm gonna play you on the live stream." And it was the first video he played, right? And I was watching other stuff, but I'm like, I'm gonna watch him watch my music video because that's what it was. It was him down in the bottom corner watching the music videos. It's like, oh man, yeah, cool, and he was getting into it, and he was enjoying it, and he was commenting on it that he liked it. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. And then like an hour later, I see that he got booted from his stream for playing copyrighted music.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I literally played STEM, who is a much bigger band than admittedly, than any of the bands you played, including mine. So yeah, I don't understand why you're being told you can't do this. Hey, look, Grant followed us on something. Anyway, talk about yellow sauce. We'll talk about yellow sauce in a bit. Anyway, so the guy, they let him keep his video up, but they muted most of the songs. All the songs that may have been copyrighted. He said he thinks it's an issue with anything that came through DistroKid, which of course we released our stuff through DistroKid to all the Spotify and iTunes and Napster and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yes, Napster. Anyway, I just love saying our stuff's on Napster, but you have to pay for it. But I am talking about music. Laura's drunk again. Anyway, so this guy does the stream and they block all the audio. So I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck. Like, I'm a copyright holder on this song. I told you can play this song. I gave you the link to the song. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know what I can do to help, but if you find out, let me know.
Yeah. Because
I gave you permission to play this. This is exposure for my band.
Right.
This isn't just me. This isn't just you, like, sitting here like, oh, yeah, hey, I'm going to listen to some music, and you guys, like, you're not listening to the fucking Beatles.
Right.
Like...
Right.
You're listening to local bands that could use the support and use the views and use the listens. Like, somebody sees this video and says, hey man, that punk band was really good. What was their name? Oh, The Living Brain Dead. Let me check out their website.
Yeah. Let
me check out their Bandcamp. Let me see if they got merch, like that's what the point of that video was, right? So I'm kind of pissed that his stuff got muted, whereas we're playing one of the biggest bands to ever come out of Western New York last week.
Right.
We didn't get muted. We didn't get any copyright dings. I'm sure we did on YouTube, but if we did, this video is not accessible in like 70 countries that aren't the United States, so it doesn't matter to you. And this band can this band can monetize your video or whatever, which is fine. Look, if you're in a band that we play, like tonight we're playing Ironsoul and Exham Priory, Astrabula, and West Ferry. If you're in one of those bands, right, and you want to monetize our video, if you have the ability to monetize our video on YouTube, go ahead. Do it. Get yourself that money.
Nice.
So, and that's, like, I ain't doing this for money, and neither was he. He wasn't monetizing that video at all. He was just sitting there watching some music videos, commenting on them, which theoretically falls under fair use.
Oh.
So, really, there's no good reason why Facebook blocked those songs from his video, especially when they're not blocking songs from ours.
Right.
I don't, seriously, that's ridiculous.
Well, you had to say that. Now our shit's going to get flagged.
Oh, of course. I mean, we get flagged on YouTube every week, so why not Facebook?
Right.
But again, YouTube is just like, oh, the copyright holder can monetize this. Like, good. We ain't making no money off of it.
Right.
We're never going to hit the threshold we need to make money off of our YouTube channel because we cater to such a small audience.
Right.
Or such a niche audience, that, we're not going to hit that threshold that YouTube wants.
What is the threshold? Like thousands?
I think it's like 1,000 subscribers and like so many watch hours.
Okay.
Over the course of the past month. So, I mean, we're not hitting that. Especially one, because we're going live every week. And two, we're going live on Facebook every week, so people don't even have to go to our YouTube. And and they can download the podcast through Spotify and Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts and wherever the fuck else you get podcasts these days. But anyway.
Does Nikki not know that her hair looks nice?
Yes, we are niche.
Niche.
Yes. Video games? Oh, no, he was talking about heavy metal bands. No, I think the closest we're getting is Exham Priory tonight, so for metal, which is not metal. It is the band that I did once tell the programming director for one of the local terrestrial rock radio stations is what rock music sounds like. So, apparently she doesn't, because Kevin keeps trying to tell her.
Well, did she change her hair? Because her hair was just fine. I mean, her hair was nice. If she changed it, I'll need to see some updated pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah, I guess. So, yeah. So, yeah, if you guys are wondering why I'm, unshaven today.
It was the first thing on everybody's mind.
I'm sure it was. I mean, usually, I usually shave. This show is my excuse to, trim up and actually look nice.
Right.
But this week I was just like, yeah, I'm on 6 hours of sleep, so, no. 6 hours of sleep total from, 5 a.m.
Yeah. Spread out through the day. I
went to bed at 5 a.m. and I'm because I'm just you know what? I can do more work or I can go to bed.
Yeah.
And I want to go to bed because I'm expecting a package from FedEx.
You haven't refreshed in a couple minutes.
I have not. I am assuming I will get a text message when it gets here. I'm assuming. I don't know if I should ever assume when it comes to FedEx. No, it still says it's in transit in Hamburg.
When you assume, you make an ass of you and me.
Yes, I'm aware. But still floating around Hamburg somewhere apparently instead of. And here's the thing, considering it took them, that long to update that they were no longer in Ohio, how do I know they haven't already scanned it and it just hasn't updated?
True.
How do I know that if I hit this song break in 10 minutes and go to this Ironsoul song and then go outside, it won't be there?
True.
How do I know?
You're gonna go check, aren't you?
And I am gonna go check. And the best part about it is they'll send the text message when we're on the phone. So Jasmine's not paying to watch us refresh the FedEx delivery status page.
This video is not monetized.
Nope. If you're paying for this video, Sorry.
Try getting a refund.
Yeah, I don't know who you're paying. It ain't me. Which us doing this video every week just completely defeats the point of us having a Patreon. You notice we haven't mentioned it since Christmas when we started doing these live videos?
Yep. I totally forgot about Patreon. Yep.
It's still there. You can still subscribe, but you just get this.
Give us your money.
You get this, and you get access to some of the earlier ones, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I haven't even posted any of these on Patreon. I'm just like, they're on fucking YouTube for free. Why is anybody going to pay for them?
Yeah.
If you really want to help us monetarily, you can download the podcast or stream it from your favorite streaming platform, and that'll up that $1.50 or whatever we, whatever we have in our Anchor account right now. I don't even know. I'm curious now.
What did Whisper do, Jasmine?
Whisper sold her the ticket to watch the show.
Oh.
That's what happened.
I see.
We're going to click over. We're clicking back and forth between the YouTube comments and the Facebook comments because apparently they don't want to play nice this week. Nick's been hosting a watch party for his page, and he's telling me to refresh, and he would like to speak to the manager.
He needs a Karen haircut.
He does. He almost kind of had. Nah, I'm kidding, Nick. I'm kidding.
It wouldn't take him long if he wanted a Karen haircut.
I wish I could grow hair like Nick. I wish when I could grow hair, I could grow hair like Nick. That man has some fantastic hair.
Yes, he always has.
Yeah. But the t-shirt is a one-time thing. You get the t-shirt when you subscribe. It's not a monthly thing, which I probably should specify that it's not a month. But anyway.
It's time for my monthly ThinkSoJoE shirt.
Yeah.
I can wash my clothes now.
Yeah. And shout out to Guitar Crate. I got my Guitar Crate this month, and there's one item in the crate that was worth more than I paid for the crate.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kevin says for Nick to turn it off and turn it back on. Nick don't need no stinking haircut. I don't know why it's only it's one or the other. I can watch the YouTube comments or I can watch the Facebook comments.
Yeah, that's not usually how it works.
I could theoretically just throw the Facebook comment or the YouTube comments up in the corner here.
What does this do?
That is, if somebody pays, it gives YouTube some money. It'll show up in that top bar.
Oh, okay.
Their comment will show in the top bar with the amount they paid.
Oh.
So if you guys want to do Top Chat and give us some money, we don't need it, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
I did a video. If any of you guys don't know about this stupid fucking pandemic documentary that was on YouTube and was pulled from YouTube because it was just full of false information and terrible, somebody paid me to do a trailer for that.
Really?
So, and what happened was by the time I got to it, there was an hour left to the deadline. And I'm like, fuck. Like, if I ask to cancel and he says no, then I'm going to be late delivering because I can't do anything about it. So fuck it. I guess I'm doing it. Nobody's going to believe this stupid bullshit anyway. That this thing's trying to spew about, Dr. Fauci sent the virus to China in 2000 so that they could release it. Fuck that. What the fuck? Who are the idiots that believe this stuff? And then the next day I started seeing idiots on my Facebook who believe this stuff because they watched the fucking documentary. So anyway, I then, when this guy sent me another job, which was essentially the same thing, just under a different name, I'm like, dude, no, I canceled immediately. I hit the cancel button. I said, I don't believe in this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be associated with it. I'm sorry. Take your money back. Go find somebody who wants to. And he's like, oh, well, well, no, I don't want to cancel. He hit no to the cancel. And he's like trying to compare it to, what's his face? Heath Ledger, the Joker guy. Yeah, right. He's trying to compare it to, well, he's not gay, but he played a gay guy in a movie. Like there's a huge difference between playing a homosexual in a movie and doing a voice for a documentary that is spreading false information about a disease that's killing thousands of people.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, no, you know what? I'm not, I'm not doing it, man. Like, the longer you wait to cancel, the longer it's going to take you to find somebody else.
Yeah.
Because I ain't doing it. So, he's arguing with me, and finally
arguing was going to make it any better?
He's arguing with me. Finally, he just gives up. Sends me a cancel request. Like, all right, dude, here, cancel, done. And then I'm like, all right, not dealing with this guy anymore. And I decided, you know what? I don't even want the money from the first fucking job I did for this guy. I don't want anything to do with this. So I don't, he can use it or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But then at least I can say, hey, I didn't make any money off of this. I fucking gave the guy the money back.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want anything to do with it. And I didn't want to make any money off of this. So I gave him his money back. So I reached out to Fiverr customer support immediately after it was over, right? And I'm just like, hey, listen, this is what I want to do. I want to give this guy his money back so he can take it, go find somebody else to do this, so he can have consistent narration throughout all his stupid bullshit. This is the reason I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
This is, this is how I feel about this. This is what happened when this film got released to YouTube. And so, help me. Just help me give him his money back. That's all I want. So they finally write me back, and they're like, okay, well, we can't do partial refunds at this time. They're thinking that he overpaid for a job, and I want to give him a partial refund. They're like, have him place a new order for the lower amount, and then we'll cancel the other order entirely. So he's only paying what he's supposed to. I'm like, dude.
Making it a little complicated.
No. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, no, we can't do that. Like, that's not what I'm asking you guys. I'm not asking to give him a partial refund. I'm saying cancel this order entirely, give him his money back. And they're like, well, we can't guarantee the video's not out there. Like, I understand that. That's a problem I have to deal with. I understand that. But I want to give this guy his money back so he can find, if he wants to find somebody who's willing to spew this nonsense.
Right.
And be associated with this crap. That's what I want. I want him to be able to do that. Give him his money back. So they finally, they wrote me back. They're like, oh, okay, I see what you want to do. Okay, well, write to the buyer and ask him if he wants his money back.
Who's going to not want their money back?
Okay, I haven't dealt with this guy since then. I don't want to deal with this guy, but all right. So I sent him a message. I said, hey, man, listen. I reached out to Fiverr customer support after we had that cancellation. And what I'm trying to do is literally give you your money back. And they said the only way I can give you your money back is if you say you agree to it. And he's like, okay, I agree. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll shoot him a message. So finally, like 2 days later, they finally refunded the guy. It's like, okay,
good.
Like, okay, good. Now, and I texted Scott last night to tell Scott, like, hey, I gave this guy his money back, and he sends me like a clapping emoji, but he's like, I think that's supposed to be clapping, but I'm going with you're washing your hands of this.
Yep.
As the meaning. And so that's where I'm at with that. I didn't want to be associated with that crap. Like, the only reason I did it was because it was like, okay, I have an hour to get this guy to cancel or it's going to be late.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have the cancellation than the late. Because I'm never late.
No.
Yeah. She totally did. Karina just...
What does that mean?
You gave him one of these.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either. They're just... I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just going back and forth with waiting emojis.
Yeah.
They're waiting to find out.
That's an emoji or it's not?
I think that's an emoji.
Loading.
I'm pretty sure it's an emoji. I don't know.
Oh, that's a new one for me.
Yeah. So no, FedEx still hasn't updated that they're here. I'm very interested to see if it's here. And I'm going to go as soon as we hit the next song break, or the first song break, I guess I should say.
Which would be in like 30 seconds.
Which would be in 10 seconds, actually.
Oh.
I got clock with a second hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's also digital, so I don't have to look at the time.
Oh, yeah, it's both.
Yeah. So I don't have to look at the time. I'm just, now I'm just stalling to see if Flora says music.
Really?
Yes. Because it's 6 o'clock, 6:30.
Go now.
Go now. Go now. Jazzy says, hurry. I mean, by the time I get out there, somebody might have stolen it.
Right?
You know, I mean, who wouldn't steal a 200? Hold on. She said music. Okay, anyway. All right, time for music. And, all right, this is Ironsoul, and this song is called No Peace, A Light in the Darkness. I can't see it over there. It's in the dark.
Uh-huh.
So I needed a light in the dark.
Appropriate.
I needed a light in the darkness to be able to see it. So Ironsoul, No Peace, A Light in the Darkness on all WNY. The Think So Joe Show.
It's easy when you're young. You're not afraid to fall. But as the years go on, it gets harder to stand tall. Who is this
Ironsoul on all WNY Think So Joe show.
Yeah.
We're enjoying the chat on YouTube.
Yes, we are.
We were trying to respond, but it wouldn't let me log into my own chat. So it's like you have to click the button, you have to open in a browser. Like, okay, cool, I can do that. But then it opens in my normal browser, which is Chrome, and has it logs me in with my regular like YouTube watching page, that I don't post videos on or anything. I just use it to watch YouTube. So I'm like, I'm not commenting with that.
Yeah.
So I just said, fuck it. We'll just enjoy the chat and the speculation on what the white line is right above the logo.
Are you gonna tell them?
Should I? No. Okay, no. We'll let you speculate. We'll let you think.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have a contest later.
Yeah. No, we're not telling you. Not telling you what the line is. Guys, we just decided we're not going to tell you. It is absolutely something stupid. So, anyways. But, so I went and I checked, and no FedEx package on the porch. Doesn't mean they didn't deliver it.
Just means they didn't deliver it here.
Well, it doesn't mean that I'm saying it doesn't mean it wasn't stolen off the porch because FedEx
true.
left it in plain sight. And it's a $250 record player. So,
yeah.
I did say to you the other day, like, I don't even want to tell you how much I paid for it.
I'm glad that you got a good one.
Oh, well, it was, I've been dealing with, I got the one that you and Allison bought me.
Right.
Which is nice, and it sounds good, and it plays well, but it doesn't play all the way to the end of the record.
Right.
It is not a Simpsons thing. Anyway. So it doesn't play all the way to the end of the record. So it's like, all right, I want an old record player. So Cam, kind as he was, brought us an old record player, old stereo. Tape play, a dual cassette deck and all that stuff.
Yep.
So that was like, oh man, this is nice. And it plays all the way through. It sounds okay. But it's huge and I got nowhere, I can't put it in the studio. So I have to
It's out with the cats, the boy cats, and the boy cats don't behave.
No.
They...
So ultimately, sorry about that.
What are you doing?
My mic kind of fell, so I was adjusting it. I don't know, because this mic stand sucks. That's the next thing. I'm going to invest in some $100 mic stands.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I'm seriously thinking of just getting a couple of boom stands and setting them right next to us during the podcast.
Yeah.
Only using them for that purpose.
Yeah.
But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, we got that nice, stereo out there. But I'm like, I should really get a good record player that I can plug in and play through my studio monitors.
Yeah.
And just have that quality sound. So it's already hooked up to my board. Like I already have the cable hooked up to the board, ready to go. Which is like, we were having some issues with the audio before the show started. And I'm like unplugging that. Like, is it this? I hope it's not this.
How
nope,
would it
wasn't
be
that.
this?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, interference.
Yeah, it happens.
Interference.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, so I'm looking and I'm like, I saw somebody in the vinyl group that I'm in. They're like, oh, I'm thinking of getting this one with Bluetooth. I'm like, hey, my board has Bluetooth. That would be nice. But it was not, like a top quality one. It was like one of the lower end ones. It was $150. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, I could get that. And that would probably sound okay, through my system with the Bluetooth and everything. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me look into more professional grade ones. And, with the weighted tone arm and the, all that fun shit, right?
Yeah.
And so I started looking at this one, which is like the step up from the Bluetooth one. They just don't have it in Bluetooth.
Oh.
They don't have these professional grade ones in Bluetooth. I wonder why. Anyway, and so I started trolling Brian's Instagram page. Looking at, because that's all he posts on Instagram is pictures of records. So I'm just trolling his Instagram page. I'm like, okay, let me see what record player he's got. And I saw it was an Audio Technica, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let me, you know what? I'm just gonna ask him if this is the one he has. I said, dude, is this the record player you got? And he's got basically the same one that I ordered. I was like, how do you like it? And he's telling me everything that's great about it, and the one thing that he doesn't like about it, which is not a problem for me.
What's that?
That it doesn't automatically return the arm
okay.
once it hits the run out groove. No, it's not a U for underdog, but But I don't know if this deal's still on. Yesterday, you could have gotten the complete series of Underdog for $5 on Amazon.
Really?
I did not go with Underdog. I instead went with Top Cat, the undisputable leader of the gang. Anyway, I love me some Top Cat. So when I saw I could get every episode for $5, I'm like, yup.
I don't think I've ever seen Top Cat.
No?
No.
Top Cat's great.
You might have to educate me.
Yeah. I saw that deal, and I'm just like, yup, buying Top Cat. They also had the 1970s Addams Family cartoon, which I don't think I ever saw.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that one. So, that was, if it was the 1990s Addams Family cartoon, I probably would have also bought that.
Yeah.
But it was the 1970s one, and I'm not familiar with it, so I didn't want to, jump on it and be like, oh, I'm going to buy this now.
You have to call now, right?
In a couple of minutes.
Okay,
couple of minutes.
Just to remind you guys, last week we acquired some prizes, and we have a poll going. Do you miss live music? There is a correct answer. And if you are chosen out of the winners, you will win one of 2 Voice of Dissent CDs from our friends in Voice of Dissent.
Yes.
So you have probably 15 minutes left to vote. It's on the ThinkSoJoE Facebook page.
FedEx update, they're not here yet, and they can go fuck themselves. Anyway, I fucking hate FedEx. I really do. They are the worst. I never have to make these complaints about UPS.
No,
I
you don't.
did have an issue with USPS last week, the United States Postal Service last week. Had an issue with them. Not going to talk about it right now because then we'll cut into Nick's interview time. We don't want to do that. So, though the poll's still up. The poll's on the ThinkSoJoE page. You can
For
go
just a short while
just
longer.
a short while longer. Go vote. Let us know if you miss live music and basically say yes, and you're entered to win the CD. So, I think that's where we're at now. I haven't looked at the results.
It's
but
absolutely where we're at.
I'm sure. Jasmine wants a Zoom call with Whisper instead.
Oh my God. You know what? We can do that later, Jasmine.
All right.
We can Snapchat with Whisper.
Let's see. This should be calling Nick now. It says calling. It was muted.
It was muted.
Uh-huh.
Joe, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. There he is.
Hi, Nick.
There I am.
Yes.
Hi, Karina. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Nick. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, sitting here and listening in. How have you guys done?
Great.
Can't complain.
Good.
Can't complain other than about FedEx rather. And anyway.
I've been following the saga, I guess you will, of your package. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes over here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never have a problem with anybody else, just FedEx. So,
Right. Yep. I don't know.
And the one time they do deliver on time, it's when the thing's already going to be late for what I need it for anyway, like when our CDs came in. So
Yeah.
But yeah, I try to avoid FedEx shipping as much as I can. But anyways, Exham Priory has you guys haven't seen each other in a while.
No, we haven't. We miss each other.
Aw.
Like to the point where I made Lego minifigures of the band. That's how much I miss them.
It's
Oh,
been
so
weird
bored.
seeing how this brotherhood forms. With the Living Brain Dead, they haven't been together for that long, but they're missing each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's I can only imagine because you guys have been together for so much longer. How hard it's got to be to. I mean, you guys are like family when you're in a band
Right.
together.
Yeah, it's been tough. Geez, we haven't I think our last practice was like the first week of March, maybe.
Wow.
And then after that, everything got shut down. We've all been at home. It kind of stinks.
What do you see being the deciding factor in you guys all get together and practice again?
What was that? Sorry, my phone broke up.
Oh,
What
that's
was
okay.
that again?
What would be the deciding factor in you guys deciding okay, we're ready, let's get together, let's practice, let's just have some beers, what's it going to take for you guys to decide to go back to normal?
Well, I mean, the first thing is that Tom has to put on pants. That's that's the main deciding factor before we start practicing. Tom has to put on pants again.
Does he have to
Now,
wear pants, or are just boxers enough?
just anything below the belt that covers up. I mean, there's been a couple of, like, man, come on, what the hell? But that's the first one. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of tough, because I mean, Dan and Ant, they're still working. Tom and I are kind of at home working, and it's kind of tough. We're just kind of playing it by ear. We're even looking at figuring out how we can practice remotely. Obviously, for those who don't know, the song you guys will be hearing tonight, we recorded all of that remotely, just through emails and sending around an old Tascam recorder. So yeah, none of us were together when we recorded this one, so it was kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know, it's been a challenge, and we're gonna figure something out. But the main deciding factor is, something on Tom below the belt again.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, as long as Tom's pictures of him not wearing anything below the belt are only going to you guys and not random women, right? I mean,
Oh.
Oh, shots fired! Shots fired! Terrific.
I thought you would appreciate
Joe.
that.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Well played, sir. Well played. So I see that Laura Moore, she wants me to ask about the logo again. I don't know. I'm personally thinking that it's the upside down version where Joe doesn't have a beard whatsoever.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's my conspiracy theory. I'm weighing in. That's what it is. Done.
You say coronavirus, I say upside down logo without a beard.
Boom. See, it all makes sense. I feel like we need to bring back the Nick and Dan show just to flesh this one out a little bit. There's something to this, guys. I really think there's something to this.
It's really not as interesting as you guys think.
No, it really isn't. Man, I miss the Nick and Dan show. I was actually cleaning up the studio a little bit the other day, and I actually found the little index cards that had all my intros written on them that you guys came up
Nice.
with. And that was a lot of fun, just sitting in that office for like hours just shooting these intros.
People still watch those, actually, because I check our YouTube feedback regularly, and almost every day, one of the episodes got watched. It's like, who the hell is watching us sitting around getting drunk?
It's like being there.
That was the entire show, just us sitting around getting drunk and inviting people over, and sometimes they'd show up, and sometimes it was Dan and I talking to a skeleton.
Yeah, we have a skeleton now too. Where
He's
saw.
right there. Yeah, I don't know if Ashton here is related to Carl at all.
Well,
but...
hang on, Carl, come look at this guy. You recognize him? Hang on. What? He might be on my mother's sister's side. He doesn't look real familiar to me. I'm sorry. All right, fine. Go back to the couch and just sleep it off. Jesus. This is what I have to work with here, everybody. I'm sitting here talking to a skeleton that's been passed out drunk for about a month. Oh, terrific.
Yeah. So our poll this week is about whether or not we miss going to live concerts.
Right.
I'm going out on a limb and guessing that you guys miss playing live concerts.
Oh, absolutely. And we missed the bar as well, which usually goes along with live concerts.
There you go.
Yeah, we definitely missed it. We've already canceled. We've had one show rescheduled, actually two. I believe we have to talk about that this evening. Things just getting pushed back, and who knows when everything is going to open back up again. Yeah. It's just frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, we definitely missed the shows.
What is the last show that you guys played?
November.
No. Wow. You guys
November
must
was
have
our
the
last
itch.
show. Oh God, yeah, we were getting the itch when this all came down.
Yeah.
I mean, our first show back was supposed to be actually what day is today? The 20th.
Today's the
20th.
20th.
Yep.
our first show back was supposed to be this past Saturday with Flotsam and Jetsam, Coffin Hook, and Midnight Symphony.
That's right.
It is actually on my calendar, my Google Calendar. It says, do not book per XM Priory.
Yep.
Because you guys wanted me to come out and see the show, and because I haven't seen you in so long. I don't think I've seen you guys since I played with you.
Oh, my goodness.
No, that was the last time. 'Cause since then,
yeah, I haven't seen them with Tom.
After that, we were off. Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, our last time out playing was in November at when we headlined over at Ironworks.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's been a while. We were getting the itch.
How was Ironworks to play?
Oh, that was so much fun. We love playing there. We've done it a couple of times, and this was our first go headlining, which was amazing. We had, oh God, who was on that bill? We had the Impurity, Scarecrow Show. And why do I feel like there was a fourth one? And I'm just blanking on it right now because it was literally so long ago.
I know.
Wow. But yeah, that was a blast. And we can't wait to get back. Right now, currently we have a show booked there in July with Saliva and Power Man 5000 and Flaw. And I think some other bands too, but those are just the three that popped out to me. But we're supposed to play there in late July, but with everything going on, who knows?
Yeah.
If it's going to go off. I'm betting it's going to be rescheduled, but
yeah,
nobody really knows right now. It's kind of playing it by ear, day by day.
I mean, I'm thinking and hoping that by then most of this stuff is going to be opened back up, but I don't know that concerts are going to be opened back up.
I know. It's a bummer.
So
why do we have to have such a dangerous hobby?
So I want to go from a headlining show you guys did to asking you about a band that you opened for once. Tell me your thoughts on Trapped.
I knew it was coming. Oh man, Trapped. First off, I definitely signed that petition to keep Headstrong off of the Tony Hawk remasters for sure.
That.
I don't get it. Like, what happened? Did he lose his mind, or did he just have a really bad day and it snowballed from there? It doesn't make sense how a human being could just go from 0 to 1 million that quickly.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And the way he's attacking people, fans, other musicians, that's just wrong. It's wrong. Unless this is like some Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman stuff where they actually all get along and this is just one great big giant joke on all of us. It's out there. It's just absolutely out there. His comments about Buffalo, being pissed for first, obviously, I was at that show, and that was a packed freaking house, and they weren't there for him. They were there for Smile Empty Soul, Toy Call God, and all the other bands. I know all the bands that night really pulled their weight. Nobody was there for Trapped, or the singer, and I don't even know if that was the actual drummer that was with him because it was just him and some dude sitting on a cajon jamming. It was the most boring thing in the world. They had the crowd cleared out like within 3 songs. It was kind of after we played Headstrong, everybody took off. Like, well, that's the one we know.
They played Headstrong at the beginning.
Yeah, it was. I think it was early on.
That's
but it was hilarious. It was just pieced out. But yeah, it was real unimpressive. And I don't know. I don't get what his problem is. Dude needs to step back and really just rethink things a little bit.
I'm just picturing
back off.
I'm just picturing the XM Priory boys like, they played Headstrong. We're gonna go wait outside till we get paid.
Yeah, no, we didn't even do that because he didn't pay any mind to stand inside and listen to any of the acts, including the other touring acts that were with them. He showed up literally trying to remember Smile Empty Soul, like it was in their last song, and he shows up and comes walking in to get ready and went up and played. He didn't bother listening to any of us, and genuinely, I wasn't a big Trapped fan to begin with. Like, when we got offered the show, I was like, they're still together? That's still a thing? What?
I think that's the funniest thing is anybody I ask doesn't know any other songs by Trapped other than Headstrong.
Right? And you know what? I'd be willing to put money, and I'm not a betting man by any means. You guys know this, but I would put money on the fact that that was an acoustic tour because the rest of the band wouldn't fucking tour with them.
Right.
I'd put money on it. I would. I bet you that's why it was an unplugged tour for that one.
I could
So-
see that.
Yeah, but no, those really my thoughts. I don't know the guy, so I'm not gonna sit here and attack him like he attacks everybody else. Just it's ridiculous. He needs to step back, maybe take 2 or 3 months away from social media, and then reinvent. If you're listening, singer of Trapped, I never even bothered to learn your name. If you're listening, take 3 months off social media, reinvent yourself, and come back out with a new image. Try it. Just a suggestion.
All right. So you guys have a new single that we are premiering in
We do.
just a couple of minutes here. The song's been around for a little while in the Exham Priory live catalog, and I'm sure you guys are working on some new stuff, but tell us about when's the nightmare end? Is it where's the nightmare?
It's where's
confusing
the
myself.
nightmare end.
It's
No,
literally
where's
written
the
right in front of me.
nightmare end. There you go.
It's literally written right in front of me.
All right, so from now on, we're typing everything out for Joe. It's not letting him write anything. Can't read his own writing. Oh, yeah, Where's the Nightmare End? It's a song we've been working on for a while. This is an acoustic, like an unplugged version. Eventually, when we figure things out and get back to electric, we're going to be doing a more full-on to the original version that we intended, but we were bored. We were trying to figure out a way to keep ourselves occupied and keep moving forward. So we decided to try and throw this together, and it came together a lot better than any of us were honestly expecting. Like I said, literally using ambient mics and condenser mics, nothing flashy or anything like that. We pieced all of this together. So, yeah, it's been interesting and very exciting. We're all real pleased with the product. Yeah, and that's what's up with it.
All right, we're going to get into this song in just a minute here. We do have an announcement after the song.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do you want to stick around for that, or do you want to hang up now?
Oh.
Whatever you want to do is fine with us.
No, I'm going to stick around because actually I have a couple of announcements too. Actually, I'm going to give you guys one of them before we go into this song.
All right.
So, I've been talking with Greg Burke from FTMP about stamps. I know they've been hurting. A lot of the venues have been hurting. What I'm doing right now, actually, I'm going to do this in a couple of places. So I'm going to do this in comments here on YouTube. Put that there. And then I'm also be putting this on the ThinkSoJoE page, Exham Priory, and the event page that I created for this. We're going to be selling a T-shirt for the next 3 days. This is going to be available for sale until Saturday, midnight. And limited edition for Where's the Nightmare End. And we're going to take 50% of the proceeds and donate that to Stamps, the bar. A great local venue that I know has been struggling a little bit. A lot of the venues have. I wish we could give money to all of them, but we can at least start somewhere. So we're going to take 50% of the proceeds of these shirts that we sell, and we're going to give that to Stamps to do with what they will to help out through this tough time. So, yeah, go around to the different places, different pages, ThinkSoJoE, Exham Priory, the comment sections here. We're going to put links for that. Please go buy. It's available until midnight on Saturday. And half of that money is going to be going towards Stamps the Bar in Tonawanda, New York.
Awesome.
All right. Well, this is the new single from Exham Priory. It's called Where's the Nightmare End? And we'll be back with more Nick Lucido in just a few minutes here on All WNY, the ThinkSoJoE Show. Exham Priory on the Think So Joe show.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. True or false, the first time you played that song acoustic was here in this studio?
That would be true, yes. Yes, it would. And I botched like the entire, I think I took like the second and the third verses and just like smashed all the lines up together and goofed it up completely.
That's all
Yeah.
right. Nobody noticed. Not even
Well,
me,
good,
and I was in the
good,
band
good.
with you and played that song with you.
Right.
So,
But yeah, that's a track we've had knocking around for about a year now. And there we go. It's finally out there in some way, shape, or form.
Awesome.
you were sending me this like throughout the course of recording, and I was kind of just listening on my phone. But as soon as you sent me this version, this final version, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna program it right into the board, and then I'm gonna hit the button. I'm gonna listen to it. And I just sat here and I listened to it. And it's like, holy shit, this sounds amazing for just something you guys did like on Tascams and emails and whatever, and just Tom mixed it or whatever. But like, sounds incredible, man. Like you guys did an awesome job.
Well, I mean, yeah, we all recorded one on one, and then I mixed it, Tom mastered it. Yeah, it's been a fun time. And then, I mean, the artwork is the same guy who did the album artwork for from Darker Tides and both of our singles, Kyle Gleason from Stampede Studios. So, yeah, we're real happy with how everything came out. We're glad you guys love it. And going off of the comments from a few people in a couple of places, they seem to like it as well.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Right?
So you guys and the Living Brain Dead were supposed to be playing a show June 13th at
Yes,
Stamps.
we were.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like we're not making it back for live music by then, unfortunately.
No. Yeah.
So we kind of, actually, the show is officially canceled.
Yes, it is.
And that is
Okay.
actually Greg Burt had reached out to me and he said, hey, listen, man, we don't think this date's gonna happen. So here's a list of other dates that you guys can choose from. And one of the dates that happened to be available happened to be my birthday,
Yay.
which is a Friday the 13th.
Yeah, buddy.
It is now official, and the event page will be going up in about 6 minutes officially.
Actually, I think it already went up. I got a notification on Facebook here, like just as you were saying that.
Oh, okay, maybe I did set it for 7:08 or something. I don't know, but officially, as of right now, it is official. Think So Joe 2020 birthday show with XM Priory, the Living Brain Dead, and the Scarecrow show happening at Stamps November 13th.
It's going to be so fun.
I'm excited.
Right.
We kind of we're like, let's just move this show, and I guess Poison the Prophet's
Poison
not
the
available.
Prophet's not available on Friday nights, losers.
So
Boo.
we just happen to be sitting in the kitchen listening to the Scarecrow show, and it's like, hey, there's a band.
That would be
there we
a
are.
great lineup.
Absolutely.
That's an awesome lineup.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Doors for that one at
Yeah.
8 o'clock. Tickets will be $5 advance when we get a page up for it. And we'll also, if anybody's pre-ordered prom tickets, I don't know if they have, we'll honor them there, I guess. Would probably be the best way to go.
Yeah.
And it'll be $7 at the door, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an awesome lineup right there. Everybody, I just found out about the lineup too, so I'm super excited about that. I love you guys. I love Scarecrow show. I'm just hoping to get back out playing really soon.
Yeah.
That's a great announcement right there. I like that. I'm gonna drink my beer to that. Cheers.
All right. All right.
We're clink this up on the microphone. Clinky, clinky.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to playing with XM. Like that date's circled on my calendar. We had a bunch of shows that have already been postponed before that one, but that one's the one that like hurt. Because it's like, oh man, I was gonna get to play with my boys, the guys that inspired me to get back out and do this and start this band, and like. So I'm excited that one way or another we're gonna get to play together at some point this year. Hopefully, I know we were talking about something in August. I don't want to spoil that or anything. If you're still working on that, I don't know, but hopefully that'll be able to happen. But
yeah, that one kind of fell apart. I know what you're talking about. We had
okay.
Joe and I kind of were working on a little bit of an outdoor festival type deal, but with everything going on, it just kind of fell apart, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. But I mean, this year for your birthday is gonna be an awesome show.
Yeah.
We haven't. I mean, crap, we haven't played your birthday show in how many years now? It's been
a couple
few.
years, yeah. In fact, the last time you guys played was during my birthday show.
Right.
Oh
Yep.
wow.
Which is
That's right. It was the same night.
So this is what happened. This is why I haven't seen XM Priory since I played with them. Is we did the one night. We went to their show where they had Inherent Vice open for them. We saw Inherent Vice. You weren't feeling well, and I wanted to get home and work, and Allison was basically my ride.
Yep.
So we missed. I missed them that night, and then they played the night of my birthday, and it was or the night of my birthday show. And it's like, well, guys, I got to be at Stamps. I can't be at Ironworks.
Yeah.
So you did send me the audio from that show. It sounded great. Sounds like Tom's really fitting in with you.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that had some fun cuts. Some song, like we did a Beatles song that night that we may or may not ever do again. Who knows? I kind of don't really remember how we played it actually, so it might make. Anyway, that's beside the point. That was a blast. It's been a bit. But holy cow, we haven't played your birthday show in what, 2 years?
Yeah,
about.
It was at Mohawk Place, wasn't it?
They played the first. They played the one at we did a couple at Mohawk Place, and I think they played the first one.
Yeah. I remember getting into a wrestling match with Grant on the floor for one of them.
That was the night the tradition started where Yellow Sauce. Hey, I mentioned Yellow Sauce. There you go, Jasmine.
Hey.
Anyway, but that was the first night Yellow Sauce had to save my birthday party.
Oh.
Because it was like, band dropped off. It was Lost Elysium dropped off. I remember, and they were like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll show up and play. Like, okay, cool, thanks, guys. And then the next year was actually the Scarecrow show, who somebody they knew got stuck in the snow or something. They had to help them, and they couldn't get there in time, so we had to have Yellow Sauce show up again and play. So last year we just booked Yellow Sauce.
Always there.
Last year we just booked Yellow Sauce. Leland insisted.
Well, I mean, you are kind of in the band.
This is true. All right, so you said before the break that you had yet another announcement to make.
I do. Now I know that people are struggling for money right now, and while yes, I would love if everybody went onto our Bandcamp page and purchased this single for $1 for the pre-order, and it's going to come out. I think I said it's going to come out on Monday, Memorial Day, but I might just be feeling saucy, if you will, and make it and let it slip out this Sunday. But we do have the single on pre-order for $1 through Bandcamp. It will eventually be up on Spotify, YouTube Music, and all the other streaming services. But at 8:00 tonight, right after your show is done, because I don't want to pull people away from listening to the awesomeness that is the ThinkSoJoE show. At 8 p.m. tonight, on our YouTube page, we are going to release the official lyric video for this song. So if you're wondering what it is I'm warbling during the song, you can check out our YouTube page anytime after 8 p.m. tonight. You'll also be able to find it on our official website, theexampriory.com. And and Facebook, Instagram, TV or something. I think I might be making a platform at this point.
No, IGTV, that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
So I wasn't imagining that. Excellent.
I've found that making lyric videos has been the kind of easy thing to do compared to trying to make real music videos during this crappy time we're all going through right now.
Well, I know Grosh just did a really cool one where they had like a lot of their friends and fans and family hold up part of the lyrics, and I thought that was really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know regular music videos right now are kind of tough. I was actually talking with Billy and Doug from BD2, and they're the ones that did our music video for Goddamn. And, Goddamn, less than 3 minutes long, and that's the long version. We were actually laughing, like, of course, we can't bring you the nice 5-minute plus long song to make a music video for. But yeah, so we put together a really cool lyric video, so people can listen and actually be able to understand what I'm saying, because some people say that I don't always enunciate. It's still, even when people do enunciate, it's hard to hear what people are saying. That might just be me because I'm deaf, but I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think?
I have problems hearing. I have tinnitus. I hear ringing and not much else.
Me too.
Yeah.
As a voiceover artist, I get told I don't enunciate enough sometimes. I was told that the way I said thanks in a video the other day didn't sound like I was saying thanks.
What did it sound like you were saying?
They just said it sounded like a different word. I listened to it back. It's me saying thanks. I'm like, what the fuck is your client hearing, dude? I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell them to clean the wax out of their ears.
I guess.
No, Joe, we need you to contact this client. We need more details, and we will, everybody that's listening right now, we're going to tune in.
I want more details. I'm trying to get more details.
Next week at this time, and we want to know exactly what they thought you were saying. Like maybe did they think you were saying Shark Tank?
Maybe.
I bet you was Shark Tank. That's what my vote is. You know what? Do a poll. Make that the next poll. What did the client think Joe was saying?
Yeah, I'd like to know myself, because I don't know what the fuck he heard. I clearly heard thanks when I played it back. I'm just like, okay,
whatever.
I'll do your revision for you as soon as I can, and then I left it for like another night, so he's getting it tonight. But anyway, yeah.
Oh, awesome. But guys, I do have to get to going. Want to hang out with the wife a little bit this evening. So
Send
thank
love
you
to
so
the wife
much.
for me.
I will. I'll tell Jenny you guys said hi.
Okay.
But seriously, thank both of you so much for letting me come on today, for hosting the world debut, the world premiere of Where's the Nightmare End. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you for taking some time out and coming on the show.
We appreciate you, Nick, and we miss you, man. I can't wait to see you when this is all over.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Can't wait to hug
I can't wait
again.
to see everyone. Right? One of these days, guys. One of these days.
One of these days.
Well, listen, be safe. Everybody that's listening, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to buy that awesome limited edition shirt, available until Saturday at 11:59 p.m. And remember, half the proceeds go towards Stamps in the Bar to help support them, a great local venue. You can buy Where's the Nightmare End, the single, on Bandcamp right now, and it will eventually be on other streaming services. And at 8 p.m., right after the ThinkSoJoE show is done, you can go over to our YouTube page and find the lyric video for the song that you may have just heard. Or you're just tuning in and you missed out. Sorry about that. All right, guys, have a great night, and I will talk to both of you very soon.
Thanks, Nick. See you
later,
thank
you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Always a good time with Nick.
Always. Gotta love our buddy. That wasn't error sounds you guys were hearing. That was literally like messages coming in from like, you have 12 hours to deliver.
Oh, really?
Sadly, though, none of those messages were from FedEx saying your package is here. So, yeah. They say it's going to be here by, I think, it says end of day. So I don't know when their end of day is. It's either 9 or 10.
8.
8, you think?
I feel like I've looked into this before.
I don't know. I never know. I mean, it was supposed to be here by 10:35 this morning. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, just to recap, Where's the Nightmare End is going to be available this weekend. You can go and pre-order it on Bandcamp for $1. Mm-hmm. Maybe this weekend, definitely by Monday.
Yep.
Go on their Bandcamp, buy it pre-order it for $1. You have it as soon as it comes out. It's a great song. You can check out the lyric video tonight at 8 p.m. As soon as this show is over, just click over to Exham Priory's page and watch it there. And then the T-shirts are available now. You could go buy. They're available through, I believe he said, Saturday. Mm-hmm. And you can buy those. Half the proceeds go to Stamps.
Which is basically home for us.
Basically home for us, exactly. Which is why my birthday show's there again this year, second year in a row. We've been talking about doing some trivia nights there. Well, I've been talking to some other guy about doing trivia nights there. I haven't talked to them about it yet. But it was something that had been previously brought up and discussed very briefly. And then somebody else said that they were doing a Simpsons trivia night, and I'm like, well, do I really want to do one then? And then I played one. Well, and then I played one this past weekend. I finished 19th out of, I think there was like 73 people playing.
Okay.
So I finished 19th. I did okay. I missed some, I missed some really hard questions. I also missed like a couple of questions I should have gotten right because I clicked the wrong answer, and I'm just like, oh fuck, that's not the right answer. Like as soon as I click it, I'm like, shit, I know I know I got this wrong. It's this other answer, and I even commented in the chat on their Twitch stream that they were doing, and they're like, yeah, we understand, we know, like the hosts were like, we've done that, we know. And I started talking to a guy who lives in Tonawanda who happened to be playing the game with me, because I had mentioned the Toronto Simpsons trivia, which is they do it's under the same name as the one that I was doing, which was based out of Chicago. So I said, hey, you guys do the Toronto one? And they're like, well, we're loosely affiliated with them, and basically they all share a group and share questions and stuff. But this other guy goes, hey, what if somebody wanted to go start one in Buffalo? And I said, hey, dude, I'm in Buffalo and I'm with you on this. And so I sent him an email. I got to email him back because he wrote me back. But basically the story goes that I was talking about doing a Simpsons trivia night. And word got to Jen, and Jen was like, yeah, you should do a Seinfeld trivia night too. And I don't know shit about Seinfeld, guys. Like I've watched Seinfeld.
Seinfeld would be fun.
It would be fun, but I don't know if I've seen enough Seinfeld to be able to come up with like trivia questions and stuff. You know what I mean?
I have.
I was like, yeah, okay, maybe, sure, whatever, think about it. And I never really followed up with it. But then Tyler from On the Cinder was like, hey, man, we're going to bring Simpsons trivia to Buffalo. Like, oh, cool, I don't have to do it now. And now I'm talking to this other guy, and it's like, we could probably do this. So I think the next step is we're going to reach out to the guys from the Chicago Simpsons trivia that we did the trivia on, and maybe reach out to the Toronto guys and just kind of see how they run the things and how they handle doing live trivia, not over the internet.
Yeah.
Because that's all well and good to have a thing you could go to on the Kevin's threatened by my new Simpsons nerd friend. Anyway, they have a platform you can go on and just go register and play your game online. I'm just wondering how they do it in person. I don't know if maybe they use the same platform.
Maybe.
And you play on your phones. I have no idea. So I'm going to reach out. I'm going to find out, and maybe we'll bring some of my own brand of Simpsons trivia to Stamps. That would be fun. Only trivia night I ever went to was a wrestling trivia night that was held at Helium. And I was supposed to have Mr. Old School Mike Rickard as my partner, but he was unable to do it. So I actually teamed with Andrew J. Reimers and a couple of other people, actually his wife and the then girlfriend of Mr. Brian DeVille, who was part of the show. And I played trivia with them, but that was all on paper. You had to write down your answers and turn it in, and they graded the whole thing. And, I don't know where we finished, but we won best team name, which, what was it? It was Chris Benoit Pillow Fight or something like that, which is just a fucking terrible, terrible, terrible name because of, what Chris Benoit did. But, it's like, okay, well, you guys came up with a name. That's fine with me. I'm just trying to, because I couldn't come up with anything. I'm trying to come up with something for me and Mike Rickard, But I feel like I would have won if I had Mike Rickard on my team. Not saying anything negative about Andrew J. Reimers or his wife or the other girl on our team, but Mike Rickard knows his stuff. I actually read a wrestling script this morning, and I was like, "Hey, Mike, is this one of yours?" And he's like, "Nah, I never heard of that channel." I'm like, "Okay, weird," because they're stealing a lot of WrestleMania's phrases, like, "Hey guys, what is going on? Here's wrestling news, stories, and rumors you need to know. And, we'll see you next time for some more." And they say sports entertainment instead of wrestling content. Is like, okay, sure. Like this seems like something Mike would have wrote, and it was not. So, but yeah, I would have won with Mr. Old School on my team, but that's besides the point, I guess. Anyway, I digress. So, yeah, maybe we'll be bringing some trivia to Stamps. That would be the one place that I would want to do it.
It's a good atmosphere for something like that, I think.
Especially
since they like got new furniture.
Yeah, and well, I think the one thing that I'd be concerned about is how much is it going to cost me to run it?
Yeah.
Because do I need security for an event for something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need a sound guy for something like that? And I don't want to be like, yo, I can run Chuck's equipment. Just let me turn it on. I just need 2 mics. But I can literally bring this portable PA I have and set it on the stage, and everybody would still be able to hear 2 microphones.
Yep.
So, in a venue the size of Stamps, I don't know. I really don't know what the plan is. I'm going to kind of maybe reach out to some people tomorrow and get some ideas, and maybe reach out to Jen and be like, hey, this is what, me and this guy are talking about. This is what we want to do. This is how we want to do it. So let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in, what I need to do as far as, security, as far as sound, anything like that. We're going to try and do something different than just the usual, like, hey, here's 3 bands, come see our show.
Yeah.
Which, of course, we love and we miss and we can't wait to get back to.
I know.
I am so looking forward to my birthday now. With all the, with Exham Priory on the show and with the Scarecrow show, I'm just,
oh my goodness,
like, holy shit, this is like the best birthday. Like, the only thing that would make it better is the Dreadnecks.
right?
If we threw the Dreadnecks on there, but I don't want to do more than a 3-band bill because
we're getting old.
I'd like to, yeah. I mean, I'm pushing 30, Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, should I just do the laugh track here? Is there a laugh track? Laughter there. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, see, they're in on the joke. It would have been funnier if I would have hit it without telling people that I was hitting it. Okay, you guys can shut up now. Anyway. Yes. Yeah, so check out all that cool XM Priory stuff that they're doing, and if you've got the means to do so, go ahead and definitely, we'd like to support Stamps. In fact, Stamps is also, I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying anything about this.
I don't know either.
But Stamps is working on some kind of little fundraiser deal too, and well, I guess really, I don't know if it's a public thing or if it's just for the people who are putting in the money for this. But we just threw $60 to Stamps between me and you and the rest of the boys in the Living Brain Dead. We just threw some money towards Stamps for some limited edition T-shirts, and I know Scott Leffler threw in for a couple, and paid on behalf of not only the network but also the show.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3-band bills are superior. They're nice. We get to see 3 hours of music and then go home. So anyway, you're early, Laura. It was 7:29 when you said music. Anyway. But it is now time for music. You are correct.
Laura, you're making me wish I drank.
Yeah, right. So this is our friend Astrabula. And the last time I saw Astrabula, he popped in while I was getting a tattoo.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a true story. But this song is called Looking for Your License Plate on All WNY, ThinkSoJoE Show.
It's been 2 long months and I can hardly sleep. Thoughts of you and me are just memories. You're a memory to me. The place you used to sleep, your body over me, our hands held tight together. You were all mine. time. Yes, you still cross my mind more often than I'd like to admit. I don't think it was a waste of time. I know I can feel alive. I wasn't sure before, but my lungs are deflated. The air is overrated. Let me breathe you in again. It's been 2 long months and I can hardly sleep. Thoughts of you and me are just memories. You're a memory to me. But here I am, still writing songs about you. Will it get easier to act like I don't want to call you and spill it all again? I realized something when you left, that we weren't meant to be, but we weren't over yet. I don't think it was a waste of time. I know I can feel alive. I wasn't sure before, but my lungs are deflated. The air is overrated. I'd rather breathe you in again. It's been 2 long months and I can hardly sleep. Your body over me. Your love, your light, your everything all the time. You were all mine. Let me breathe you in again. I don't think it was a waste of time. I know I can feel alive. Let me breathe you in again. Again.
Astrabula on all WNY Think So Joe show. Laura, when do you not complain to Scott? Every week it's something. Scott, you need to fire Joe because he posted on FedEx that he doesn't, or posted on Twitter he doesn't like FedEx. Sure, that's the next one, right? He's complaining on the show about FedEx. They're still not here, by the way, if you're wondering.
Astrabula played last year.
He did.
It was this past weekend last year at the Burt Hotel for the Justin Mock Memorial Benefit for MS Sucks, which is a very, very dear cause to me. And that event had to be canceled this year, obviously. So there was a small fundraiser on Facebook for MS Sucks. Mrs. Mock didn't want to make too big of a deal of it because of everything that is going on. You know, people are kind of picking and choosing their charities right now.
Right.
So we decided it was best to not have the event. We're going to do it next year, or we're going to postpone it maybe later this year. But this past week, actually yesterday, was the anniversary of Justin's death. And you know, that shit just doesn't get easier.
I mean, it was also my ex-wife's birthday, so that's just a terrible day all around.
Yeah.
I did see Metallica 3 years ago yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, I was out with the Long Cold Dark with Drew and Jason, and we met up with their buddy Chris out in Providence, and crashed at his place, and he showed us around Providence the next day, and we went to Foxborough to see Metallica.
What kind of stuff is there in Providence?
It's a very nice looking, like there's a little water thing, and I don't know. It's a really nice town.
Yeah.
And there's also like a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stuff, because that's where he was from.
Oh.
So there's like a Lovecraft memorial that we all like had to take a picture of. Like, how appropriate is seeing this the day we're seeing Metallica? And half their old shit was, inspired by Lovecraft, and
That reminds me, I don't think it's this week. I think it's next week, because I would have included it in the events.
which we haven't talked about yet.
Yes. The Patchwork Theater of Niagara is doing, and I'm not exactly sure if it's like a teleradio kind of thing, or if it's a video play, but they're doing a Lovecraft series.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's, I know a lot of you guys are into that. I personally don't know anything about literature, but it's pretty exciting, and it's very cool that we're finding ways to still entertain and express ourselves and be in touch with the arts when we can't get together. It's pretty cool.
And that includes tonight at 8 p.m., so right after the show here, after you go and watch the lyric video for Exham Priory, then you can tune into this. Join us for a decidedly more lighthearted romp than the bleak cover art suggests for the 9th installment of Post-Apoc Open Mic. Tonight's performers are Christina Stock, Mike UF, and Aaron Anson, Sarah Elizabeth, Philip Stevens, Stress Dolls, Michael Schimmel, and Sally Schaefer. Performer sound check at 7 p.m., and then the show starts at 8 p.m. That's on Facebook, I assume. Doesn't say.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. This is on Friday. This is Together Apart online gallery launch and live. Together Apart gallery launch, live interview with Joe Myers, Oates Holy Roller, and Rachel D'Alfonso, the owner of Nomel Arts. They're going to discuss their personal thoughts on collaboration and producing art during and in a post-COVID time, their feelings on being isolated as artists, and why technology sucks. And pre-recorded artist interviews will be posted throughout the day. There's a live event from 7:30 until 9:30 with a lot of stuff going on, it looks like. And that's just a live music and painting collaboration is a big part of that. So that's
very cool.
That is Together Apart online gallery launch and live is the title of the event. And I assume you go to the Facebook page and watch it there, because nobody really... Oh, you watch it? No, watch it on nomelarts.com. NOMEL arts.com. Okay, Nickel City Noise. This is Saturday at 7 p.m. There is no other information. It's the Doyle Brothers present Nickel City Noise Episode 2. Going on Saturday at 7 p.m., it is Paul Blake on Facebook Live. Virtually anyway, music from his garage bar on Facebook Live, Paul Blake music page. Be sure to follow Saturday from 7 p.m. on, and he's just playing a bunch of covers. There's a whole list there. Whole list there. And then the Magic Tones Live with guest episode number 1, May 23. That is Saturday at 7 p.m. Magic Tones play some music. Their first guest, Susie Wu, and tune in and you may win a free live astrology reading, plus an announcement of the third fan trophy spatula, which you won the first one. Did you not?
I did. Sissy, Monica's mom, won the second one.
Okay,
which
cool.
I think is awesome because she deserves that.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's always out supporting.
Absolutely, I see her at all the shows. I saw her. One of the last shows I went to was Meredith's birthday show, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And what's Gus's band? I can't think of their name. You know who I'm talking?
Why can't I think of their name either?
At the Helm.
At the Helm.
At the
Oh
Helm
my
was
God.
At the Helm was
Brain
playing, and
fart.
she was out there and she was dancing and she was having a great time. And
She always looks like she's having a good time.
you know, Meredith just spent $250 on a Scrabble board. This
she
is
better play that Scrabble.
this is a true story. She was posting on Facebook asking for opinions on Scrabble boards and posted this one, and it looked really nice. And she's like, you know what, I'm buying it. And I'm like, you know what, I got to see how much this thing cost. And I clicked on it, and I'm like, you just spent that much money on a Scrabble board? And she's like, yeah, like it's gonna last forever. My kids are gonna play this game. Like, cool. I have one that I paid $50 for. My ex-wife paid $50 for. that I haven't played in a while. We were talking about playing it though.
Yeah.
We should eventually like find some time to sit down together.
I don't mind Scrabble.
Sit down together, put on some music, and play some Scrabble, play some Yahtzee, play some Simpsons Jeopardy.
I love Yahtzee too. Hey, can we play a theme Scrabble where either like it's only swear words or only dirty words or only Simpsons things?
That sounds incredibly difficult.
It probably is.
Quidgibo. Yep. Yep. There's your Simpsons reference. Quidgibo.
What's that from?
That's they're playing Scrabble.
Oh.
And Bart just has these, random letters on his shelf thing or whatever, and he just puts down Quidgibo. And Homer's like, "You're not going anywhere until you tell me what a Quidgibo is." And Bart's like, "A big, dumb, balding North American ape with a short temper." And then Homer chases after him. "I'll Quidgibo you." Anyway. We were watching Company Man before the show.
We were watching Kmart Guy.
As is now becoming kind of a tradition because I don't have to switch YouTube accounts on my main browser anymore to do this show. So we're watching Company Man, and it's about Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
And of course, my comment in the comments was, "A pirate? Well, that's hardly the image we want for Long John Silver's," which is, of course, a Simpsons reference. It's from the episode where Lisa finds out the truth about Jebediah Springfield.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, and if you are a fan of The Simpsons, classic Simpsons, and you're just like, well, what the fuck with this widescreen version on Disney Plus, I'm happy to tell you that as of next Friday, May 29th, they are going to have the 4:3 aspect ratio for the earlier seasons.
Oh.
So you can finally watch on Disney Plus the way the episodes were meant to be seen.
That's very cool.
I'm excited. I'm excited to binge watch these early seasons for the 4th time since I've gotten Disney Plus.
I'm excited to sleep through them.
I'll start right from the beginning, and also it'll serve as studying for the Simpsons trivia.
Right.
Because I finished 19.
I should study for trivia because I'm gonna want to go with you.
Simpsons. See, Kevin's paying attention in the chat. Simpsons reference. Drink. Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. Like, the hosts were pretty cool, and they messed up a couple of times too. They were able to go back and fix it because there's questions where it's like, wait, no, I know I got that answer right. What do you mean I'm wrong? And as soon as the answer pops up, he's just like, that's not the right answer. Like, no, it's not. Yeah. And of course, people in the comments, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder, which is a Simpsons reference, of course. You're in a chat room with a bunch of Simpsons fans. Of course, there's going to be tons of references. I named my team the Hokkaido Fish Bulbs, which the episode was on the other day and I wasn't in the room, but I went in there and they were watching the Mr. Sparkle commercial, and I'm like, this is where I named my team because this is one of my favorite lines in the history of The Simpsons. Well, there's your answer, Fishbulb. And, of course, Hokkaido is the city where Mr. Sparkle is manufactured.
What's Mr. Sparkle?
Mr. Sparkle's a dish detergent that has a mascot that looks suspiciously like Homer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, I had a lot of fun doing that, so it's a lot more fun than waiting around for FedEx. UPS misplaced a package last week. You guys might know that if you watched last week. I was waiting on my new keyboard, which I finally got, and I would pick it up and show you, but this thing is fucking heavy.
Is it?
Oh yeah, it doesn't look heavy, but it's made of fucking metal. Yeah, go ahead, try it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's made of metal.
It's quite a paperweight.
It's fucking heavy, and it's I got it set to tie dye.
It looks cool as hell.
So because I thought you would appreciate it being set to tie dye.
Thank you.
Yeah, I set everything to rainbow. So
I know the computer's rainbow. I took a video of the workstation. I'll probably put it on Facebook so you guys can see the neatness.
yeah, I've been trying to keep my desk neat.
Yeah, it's very neat.
That's a thing that doesn't happen.
It doesn't.
So I've been trying my best to keep my desk neat. I even cleared off the shelf under the keyboard shelf for my record player that's not here yet. FedEx, fuckers. Anyway, and you know what? You know what the best part is? I got $5 from Amazon because this got here late because of UPS.
Really?
Amazon was like, well, we'll give you $5. And usually I'd argue and just be like, guys, no, like you always give me $10. Why you give me $5? Don't dick me around. But I was just like, you know what? It's not their fault.
Yeah.
I mean, it partly is because if they would have shipped it when I fucking ordered it instead of 2 weeks later, it might not have gotten lost and it might have gotten here on time. But like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm taking the $5. And then the next day, there was like a movie sale, and I clicked on one of the movies, and it's like free, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'll fucking buy Old School for free. And
Old School is a good movie.
yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I'll get that for free. All right. And I'm wondering, like, why the fuck is it free? It's supposed to be $5. And then I realized, like, oh, they used my credits.
Oh.
Oh, well, free movie out of it.
Tricky.
I got a free movie out of waiting for this keyboard. But I'll tell you what, man, like, it's a mechanical keyboard, which is different from what I had before, which was a mechanical feel keyboard. So what that means is, like, each button is an individual button instead of just a membrane underneath the keys. And I can actually replace the buttons if I want to.
Oh.
And just it's really like the best typing experience I've had. But it is loud.
He sounds like he is so furiously typing. It wakes me up. With the door closed. It wakes me up.
So they also sent with the keyboard some like sample keys.
Yeah.
So you could try out the different switches. And because like these are what they call blue switches because they're blue. But there's differences. So there's like the red switches and the black switches, which are not the same as the blue and brown switches, but the blue switches are the ones that are clicky. Like, I don't know if you heard that, if the noise gate didn't kill it, but there's also the brown switches, which feel the same, but don't have the click.
Oh.
And so I'm thinking, like, maybe I should. So I told you, like, the night that I got this, I'm like, if it's too loud, tell me, and I'll just order a shit ton of brown switches because I can replace the switches.
Mm.
So, but you didn't tell me, so I'm not going to order the switches now.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll sleep through anything. You know this.
I know that. This thing's got cool. Like, if I was typing on these colors would move faster.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's also like another setting where it just starts as a light color, and as you're typing, it gets darker.
Oh.
Yeah, like there's some cool. Like you saw the one earlier where it was you hit the key and just light emits from, like, it just shoots out from it. Like you saw that one, right?
I don't know.
This one, like, I know they can't see it,
yeah.
but yeah, this.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, I like the lighting. But I bought this keyboard because I thought it would match up with my mouse because they're from the same brand. But no, I got to use two different programs.
Oh.
There's one for the keyboard, one for the mouse, so I can't just sync them up.
It looks nice though.
Yeah. Usually I just have them on a solid color anyway. So
Yeah.
just I wanted you were coming in the studio and I was. Just the other night, I'm bored and I'm like dozing off, and I'm like, I want to do something more exciting. So I set the keyboard to like a rainbow pattern thing, and then I'm like, you know what, Karina would really like that tie-dye looking one. So I set it to that.
Well,
So
thank you. Thank
yeah.
you for thinking of me.
I'm always thinking of you.
Aw.
I'm always thinking, you know, my buddy sent me a thing the other night, right? And it was from Animal Crossing, and it made me think of you because what happened was some guy in Animal Crossing replicated the Rick Astley video. Like a shot-for-shot remake of the Rick Astley video in fucking Animal Crossing.
I'm glad you're always thinking of me, Joe.
See, and with me getting this record player, I'm thinking of you, because now it's like, all right, I can listen to Metallica and not annoy Karina.
And I'm going to listen to the used and annoy you.
And yeah, that would annoy me. And to celebrate, I even bought a Metallica record last night. I bought the 1988 pressing of Kill 'Em All that has Blitzkrieg and Am I Evil on it. Rare pressing. I think they only like pressed it once.
Oh.
And I got it for $20. I'm like, okay, cool.
That is cool.
I could have got it for less, but it came in a generic sleeve.
Oh.
So like, I don't want that. I don't want the
No.
actual sleeve if I'm gonna buy a record.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's I mean, like, obviously you get the better sound quality, but you know, what the fuck's the point if you don't have the artwork to go with it? So you could show it off on Instagram like Brian.
Yeah, Brian, who may or may not be listening.
He's not.
I know.
It's always Laura.
I know. You could tell because he kept saying hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't feel like Brian would repeat himself like that.
No, Brian did text during the show, but that was in regards to something completely different. But yeah, so but yeah, we hope you enjoyed the new Exham Priory single that we
Yeah,
played
that was
earlier
great.
tonight. I just, like, when I first heard that final version of it, Joe crawls like a worm from a bird when Karina plays the used. Yeah, I don't get that band. I don't understand their popularity. They just, like, you know, I'll tell you what. I saw them before I ever heard them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I heard them on the radio, the song The Taste of Ink, that big single they had, right? And I was like, you know what? This is not that bad. You know what? I'll give them a chance next time I'm at a show that they're playing. And they played the next year's Warped Tour. And I'm just like, no, they still suck. They're fucking
Well, I've
terrible.
never seen them live, so they're not ruined for me.
I hate bands like 30 Seconds to Mars, right? Like, I've heard them on the radio and I'm like, this is pretty good. And then you see them live and it's like, what the fuck? Go away. Can I get Edward Norton to beat the shit out of you again? I broke the first rule. Anyways. But I mean, like, the first time I saw them, I'm like, the fuck is the name of this band? 30 Seconds to Uranus? The fuck? You know, they're just, I apparently, the couple of times I've seen them have been the bad times.
Oh,
Apparently they play good shows,
okay.
but those two shows happened to suck.
Okay.
But I mean, I wasn't there for them either time because Our Lady Peace was on both of those shows. I'm like, yeah, Our Lady Peace. All right, my inner Canadian's coming out.
Yeah, I have one of those too.
I love Our Lady Peace. I miss them. I'd like to see them again sometime.
The first band T-shirt I ever owned was an Our Lady Peace T-shirt.
Ooh,
My friend Kristen
fancy.
gave it to me
Nice.
because she was like growing out of her musical tastes,
Gotcha.
and she was like getting into the Grateful Dead and the Doors and like all this stuff, and she was like, I'm over Our Lady Peace and Marilyn Manson and I don't know.
You were listening to the Sneaker Pimps yesterday.
I listen to the Sneaker Pimps quite often.
You were listening to the Sneaker Pimps. You said, name that band, and I couldn't. I didn't know who it was. I had heard the song before, but I didn't know who it was. And then I told you the story about how the Sneaker Pimps hate Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I learned
So-
something.
Yeah, which is, they hate him over The Long Hard Road Out of Hell, which is the song on the Spawn soundtrack that they were on. She's the female voice in the song, but there's no other evidence that that band is in the song, and they hate him for it. And it's like the most one-sided song on the Spawn soundtrack out of all these songs that were made with the like popular metal bands and the popular techno acts at the time put together. Like Slayer and Atari Teenage Riot did a song together
Oh,
on
that
there.
sounds
and,
interesting.
Filter and the Crystal Method and Metallica and DJ Spooky.
I would listen to all that. Jasmine, let me be very clear. I have no fucking clue what the dude from The Used is saying in any song.
They need lyric videos, just like Exham
do.
Priory, who has one coming out right after the show.
Yeah.
Which means we should probably end the show relatively on time. So we got
Yes,
about
we
30
should.
seconds here.
All right, let's do this.
So, we want to thank everybody who's watched on Facebook Live and on YouTube and has
Yeah.
joined in on the chat and liked the page, liked and subscribed to the channel here. And we want to thank Nick Lucido for
Yep.
coming on and sharing with us this great new Exham Priory song, Where's the Nightmare End, that you can catch the lyric video for right after the show. And all the other great bands that we've played over the time here for allowing us to promote you guys and get music out there for you and let people hear you, including this band that's coming up right now. This is the first time we've ever played this band.
I'm excited.
It's going to be the fourth time I've heard this song today because I kept missing the end of it because I kept getting distracted while putting it into the board. But this is West Ferry, and this song is called Weed Rage on All WNY ThinkSoJoE Show, and we will see you next week.
Wasting away, wasted another day. What do I do to myself? No, that song's not gonna help. I hate this place. It could have been you saying those words. It could have been the weed. It could have been much, much worse. I gotta leave before I get my ass beat. I can't take feeling like this. Can't hold my beer